All right, Utah's up by 1, trying to force a finals game 7. Stockton's got the ball, Coach.
And we know Utah loves to go to either pick and rolls or post Karl Malone.
Kerr's on him. Malone trying to get free. Rodman on him. Oh, Jordan steals the ball.
That's just great awareness by Michael Jordan. Came from the backside and took it right out of his hands. Coach, what do you think they're going to run here?
I doubt if Jordan's giving up this ball. It's showtime for Michael Jordan. He attacks. A little push off with the left hand. It's good. It's good.
Chicago's got the lead.
He drove it frozen and posed on it. It's the master versus the apprentice. Supposedly Jordan wasn't a three-point shooter. How about 6 in the first half? Brutal foul. Remarkable finish by MJ. Are you kidding me from the foul line?
For the win. Oh, he's won the 82 championship for North Carolina.
Well, for Michael Jordan, his legendary stature begins here at the University of North Carolina. Interestingly enough, when Michael came into college, he wasn't thought of as going to be the savior to North Carolina. North Carolina was already #1 team in the nation. So all of a sudden, he comes into this talented team where he could develop and learn his skills and learn his craft. And I think that was the best thing for him. The game between North Carolina and Georgetown. This game is so important because you have 3 top 75 players playing in this game. Patrick Ewing was probably the premier player in college basketball, along with James Worthy. And now you're adding Michael Jordan to the mix. Michael became a focal point inside of the game that I don't know if Georgetown was aware of or was ready for. I think Michael Jordan hitting that game-winning shot propelled him into a great stratosphere of confidence. This is where he honed his skills to become the greatest basketball player that we've ever seen.
Later tonight, the Superdome will be celebrating a new national champion.
Fans, welcome to the College Championship Game. Today's matchup, the Georgetown Hoyas and the North Carolina Tar Heels. For Georgetown, at power forward, standing 6'8", number 12, Harold McCray. For North Carolina, at the point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 32, Adam Barnett. For Georgetown, at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 14, Roy Duncan. For North Carolina, at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 51, Greg Bacon. For Georgetown, at the other forward position, at 6'6" number 31, John Nash. For North Carolina, the man in the middle, number 41, 6'9", 224-pound sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, Sam Perkins. For Georgetown at guard, number 21, 6'3", 170-pound senior from Gastonia, North Carolina, Eric Floyd. For North Carolina at guard, number 23, 6'5", 189-pound freshman from Wilmington, North Carolina, Michael Jordan. For Georgetown, the man in the middle, number 33, 7 feet, 220-pound freshman from Cambridge, Massachusetts, Pat Ewing. For North Carolina at forward, number 52, 6'9", 219-pound junior from Gastonia, North Carolina, James Worthy.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dome here in New Orleans. It's the 1982 National Championship game. The Georgetown Hoyas facing off with the North Carolina Tar Heels. With Clark Kellogg, Coach Mike Fratello, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Mike, both of these teams featuring incredible freshmen.
For North Carolina, guard Michael Jordan has been fantastic, averaging about 13 points per game, shooting well over 50% from the field. Jordan is a big game player.
And for the Hoyas, Clark, the 7-foot freshman, Pat Ewing, leads the way.
And you know what, Kevin, defensively, I don't know if I've seen anybody better than Ewing. Controls the paint, protects the rim, and you can be assured that Pat Ewing is going to make it tough for Carolina to score the ball inside.
And even as a freshman, he will have an impact on this game.
Yeah, I agree.
In the Hoyas backcourt, Sleepy Floyd and Roy Duncan, with John Nash and Harold McCray at the forward. And star Pat Ewing is the 5. For UNC, it's Adam Barnett and Michael Jordan at the guard spots. At forward, Greg Bacon and All-American James Worthy. And Sam Perkins is the center.
These schools' talented freshmen, they will have a lot to say about who wins tonight.
And the tip-off goes to North Carolina. Nash the pass to Floyd. And, well, that looks like an intentional foul there. Any idea why, Clark?
No idea at all, Kevin. I mean, maybe he wanted a break? Come on, man. I assume he'll be hearing about that one because that was not a good play.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
You know, inbounding the ball should be one of the simplest things you do on the court. But for some reason, that particular play gave him some trouble.
And here is Jordan. Passes to Barnett. Fires top of the key. The shot by Jordan, no good. Clark, Ewing, and Jordan, incredible freshman talents in different ways.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, Ewing's MO is to dominate the inside defensively, rebounding and blocking shots, rim protecting, scoring near the hoop. Jordan is looking to get his by shooting and slashing. Play lockdown perimeter D. Boy, it's a joy to watch both of these guys play, and I can't wait to see them get after it.
I can't wait either. The Tar Heels shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw, no good for Jordan.
Something that makes Michael Jordan's performance even more impressive, he's only a freshman. And here he is in the starting five of the finals.
Nash, the pass to McCray. Shoots from the line. In his last game for the Hoyas, Sleepy Floyd is hoping to lead his school to a title. Clark and Mike, as we know, two big rule differences between the college and NBA game. No three-point line in NCAA basketball. And Clark, no shot clock as well.
Yeah, I think those rules, Kevin, favor teams that focus on the inside play. Guys like Pat Ewing. It also rewards those teams that are patient. Teams like UNC who are prone to play a delay game at times.
Pass to McCray. The rebound by Jordan. And without question, it's a packed house. For more, let's go now to our sideline reporter, David Olden.
Thanks very much. They are expecting upwards of 60,000 people tonight. In the New Orleans Dome. This is just the second title game ever played in a dome. Both teams were concerned about depth perception with shooting in a huge building. In the semifinals 2 days ago, both teams shot under their season averages. We'll see how they adjust tonight. Kevin?
Will indeed. Thank you, D.A. This is the first title game in a dome in 11 years. Jordan against Duncan. Kicks it to Perkins. Left side, Jordan. Misses the wing J.
Well, this UNC team, they're known for their delay game. Without a shot clock, they'll hold the ball late, which in turn will shorten the games.
And you know, Mike, that style worked extremely well for them this season. North Carolina has won 15 straight games and overall 31-2.
The Hoyas shooting their first free throws of the game. And the Tar Heels making a change here. McLaughlin's checked in.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Georgetown. Nash's shot is off.
And people will say he shouldn't take that mid-range look. But he had the space and is capable of making it.
And there's the pass to Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. Over Nash. Jordan can't get it to go. Jordan's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Nash right side. Uncovered. Wow, way off on that one.
Well, they looked okay with him taking that shot from mid-range, and he didn't do anything to change their mind.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Green, he's checked in for McCray. Now the Hoyas with it.
You know, before this weekend, none of these guys have played in a dome. It's hard to shoot in these places, Clark.
Yeah, you know, I I think sometimes, Mike, that's a tad overrated, but there is something to the fact that your depth perception is a little bit off. You can't really simulate what it's like in a dome. So I think you look for these teams to really attack and not settle for jump shots. As they score first guard, I'd like to see Jordan getting his teammates involved.
Here's Floyd. Barnett covering. Outside, Green. Pass to Nash. It's hauled in by the Tar Heel. Outside, Jordan. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
While older players like James Worthy might be the leader of UNC, youngster Michael Jordan is the fire of the Tar Heels.
And how unique is it? We don't often see a freshman, Mike, starting in the national championship game. Jordan's certainly a guy to keep an eye on. He's an incredible athlete and a tremendous competitor.
Bailey's checked in for the Hoyas. Here's Floyd. And Bacon pulls it down. North Carolina leading. Here's Jordan. From NBA three-point range, Michael Jordan.
Jordan gets the hoop and one more coming up.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the Hoyas making a change here. Weber's checked in.
On the court.
Free throw good, Jordan. The Hoyas trail by 5. Jordan with the steal. Michael Jordan, what a leaper.
Flying high, Jordan levitates.
And it's the Hoyas with the ball. Nash the pass to Weber. Jordan against Nash. Jordan with the steal. Over Nash. They get a hand on it. And Georgetown with another turnover here. Davis is checked in for Nash.
Substitution on the court.
Tar Heels leading by 7. Jordan. The Tar Heels with another miss. Here's Weber. And that time, also a missed shot.
I think there's way more they could have done there to try and open something up, get something a little better.
Yeah, they settled for a poor shot when they didn't have to. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so it's Weber with it. He brings it up for the Hoyas to the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love seeing this kind of interior passing. This is how you break a defense down.
Knocks it loose. Jordan with the steal. And the dunk by Jordan.
In this huge game, Michael Jordan is stepping into the spotlight.
The Hoyas trail by 13. Passes it to Bailey. Now, here is Weber. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ewing, his first attempt of the game, finds the target.
A rare jumper for Ewing. Pat normally operates within 5 feet.
From 12 feet out, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Their scoring has been a problem, been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead and get early going.
The Tar Heels have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Substitution on the court.
Free throw good, Jordan. Mike, when we take a look out on the court, so much talent out there right in front of us on the floor.
Kevin, there are at least 5 bona fide NBA players in this game. Ewing, Jordan, Perkins, Floyd, Worthy. A star-studded championship game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Perkins is checked in for North Carolina. And then for Georgetown, Duncan comes in for Davis, and Floyd subbed in for Weber. Tar Heels leading by 11. Michael Jordan on the wing. How big has Jordan been for North Carolina? Up to the 20-point mark, ready for the moment. Duncan outside. Here's McCray, worthy defending, and the wide open shot from Duncan, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Jordan passes to Adams, and good that time. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
A great shot selection by North Carolina. This is a team that was over 60% during the regular season.
And the Hoyas call time here.
Straight up facts here, guys. They are getting destroyed down low.
Points in the paint, the topic of this timeout conversation. They need to play with more pride.
Nash is checked in for the Hoyas. The Hoyas trail by 15.
Georgetown center Pat Ewing, the 7-foot freshman sensation, was born in Jamaica. Played lots of soccer and cricket as a youngster. His family moved to Boston for high school, and the rest is history.
Here's Floyd. Adams defending. Floyd passes to Duncan. Shoots it up. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And naturally, Coach, when the Ewings moved to Boston, Pat picked up the game of basketball.
Boy, did he ever. Becoming one of the most sought-after recruits ever. Pat visited a few schools, including North Carolina, but Ewing picked Georgetown.
I think he liked Big John Thompson, didn't he? Now, the Hoyas with it, trailing by 13. Down low, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Good recognition. You have the mismatch, go to work.
Jordan the pass to Worthy. It's rebounded by McCray. McCray has got his 4th rebound in this one.
The conference freshman of the year, guard Michael Jordan, appears headed to stardom.
Tar Heels leading by 11. Michael Jordan on the wing, covered by Duncan. Now the Hoyas with it, and young Michael Jordan, born in Brooklyn. Clark, he grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina.
And Kevin, it's well chronicled, but Jordan didn't make his varsity basketball team until he was a junior. It's an indication of how everybody's journey to development is different. Michael used that slight, though, as fuel, becoming a high school All-American. Michael Jordan, one to keep tabs on as his career progresses.
Barnett is checked in for Adams. Ewing's checked in for the Hoyas. In the battle of star freshmen. And we've been watching it all night, Mike. Scoring-wise, Michael Jordan getting the better of Pat Ewing.
Jordan has raised the level of his game in this NCAA tournament final. Michael living up to the hype thus far.
Indeed he is.
Playing in his final game at Georgetown, senior guard Eric Sleepy Floyd with just about 2,300 career points. Floyd is the all-time leader in Hoyas basketball. Winning play there. Saw the opportunity to take a second crack at it.
Jordan against Duncan. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Misses the layup. And Clark, the man they call Sleepy. Floyd is 6'3", and some kind of excitement for the Hoyas.
Love the way he plays with such flair and enthusiasm and energy. He's the focal point of the Georgetown attack, and I really expect Sleepy Floyd to be a first-round draft pick in the upcoming NBA draft.
He is a dynamo for sure.
Yep.
Well, Gastonia, North Carolina, a small town of less than 50,000 people, features 2 stars in tonight's title game. David Aldridge has more.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Now, James Worthy of North Carolina and Sleepy Floyd of Georgetown both hail from Gastonia. While they grew up going to church together, they went to rival high schools. Despite James being highly recruited and Floyd going under the radar, it was Sleepy's Hunter Hess High that got the better of James's Ashbrook in the 1977 state title game.
David, that is a great story and very interesting. Thank you very much. Hey, Mike, they say Gastonia, North Carolina, pretty much shut down tonight, all glued to the game.
You are correct. Everyone in that town is watching this game. Worthy with a chance to avenge the state title lost with a national title win.
Wouldn't that be something? Perkins, pass to Bacon. Now Jordan, covered by Duncan. Fades and shoots. And North Carolina with another miss.
His shooting has just dropped off in this quarter. He needs to rediscover his rhythm.
Here's Nash, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on James Worthy.
Clearly, he got it, no doubt.
Good job by the officials. Yes, we are giving credit to the officials.
And the Hoyas making a change here. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for North Carolina. That one good for 2. Jordan's got 22.
For a freshman, I think Michael Jordan is showing incredible concentration and focus. And it doesn't seem like it's easy to throw him off his game offensively either.
Now the pass to Bailey. Pass to Floyd. Ewing right side. Over Perkins. That's good, and the Tar Heels lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Ewing.
Boy, the quick release on that shot from Pat Ewing. Tell you what, he'll be lethal if he can perfect the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Nash against Jordan. Lots of room. And that one hits back iron. To the paint, here's Bailey. Another shot, and it's blocked. Here's Barnett, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Tar Heels lead by 3.
When North Carolina has a big like Perkins getting an assist, that shows you how well they move the ball.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Tar Heels lead by 3. The streets of New Orleans, a city with so much history. With Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, coming to you live from New Orleans, North Carolina, and Georgetown. Tonight, we'll crown a champion.
During this year's NCAA tournament, North Carolina is shooting over 75% in second halves. Some tremendous post-halftime play.
Taking a look at the Tar Heels. We've got Worthy. Barnett is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Perkins, and it's Bacon in at the small forward position. Tar Heels leading by 5. In the tournament, Clark, the Tar Heels over 75% after the break. How have they shot it so well?
There are a number of factors, Kevin, but I think one of the primary ones is patience. UNC has that stall game, if you will. They're looking for the best shot, and they wait for the right shot. The experience of James Worthy, I think, helps them with that as well.
Helps them a lot.
If you want to win an NCAA title, you need plays like that from Jordan. Effort on the defensive end.
Great job by the Tar Heels so far, neutralizing Pat Ewing.
Well, you have to box Pat out, clearly. And you can't over-attack him with your offense. UNC doing a nice job keeping Ewing in check so far.
Here's McCray, and too long on the shot. And so here now, North Carolina. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Jordan dishes to Worthy. Jordan with the ball. Patrick Ewing covering. Passes it to Perkins to the wing right side. The drive by Jordan. Explosive on the bounce. Michael Jordan.
Nice dribble move by Jordan. He handles the ball like a point guard.
And stolen by Perkins. To the right side. Inside. Extra emphasis from Worthy, looking to avenge that title loss last year.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points and torching this defense.
I like how under control they've been on offense. keeping things simple and running their plays well. Born in Washington, D.C., John Thompson is the perfect head coach for Georgetown. Big John was a great player back in his day. Backed up Bill Russell for 2 years with the Boston Celtics.
And the Hoyas with some changes. Green comes in for McCray, and it's Weber in for Floyd. Here's Duncan. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Tar Heels leading by 13. Big John Thompson patrolling the sidelines. Clark for the Hoyas. What makes him such a great coach?
Well, the players love, but they also respect him greatly. You marvel at what he's done at Georgetown. He's really built that program into a perennial power. Prior to his arrival in 1972, it was a perennial losing program. He's got the Hoyas right on the precipice of a championship tonight.
He does indeed. Up top, Weber. Barnett covering. Weber kicks to Duncan, and it's Nash in the corner. Green breaking loose. That's good, and the Tar Heels lead is cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Nash. Mike, for each school, a chance to make some history tonight.
Georgetown looking for their first national title. UNC, they haven't won it all in 25 years.
And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in.
The assist.
Weber's got his third assist on the night. Outside Jordan. The feed to Worthy. Into double figures for James Worthy, a projected top 3 NBA draft pick.
Worthy able to finish through contact that time, and now he'll have a chance for the and one.
Back to Nash. Green left side. Duncan outside. Weber against Barnett. Got a piece of it. Open shot by Duncan. A second chance effort. And Ewing with the nice inside bucket.
Patrick
Ewing's got 10.
Hard for North Carolina to contest this. Ewing uses his size to snatch the rebound and get a shot of his own.
In last year's title game in Philadelphia, North Carolina dropped it to Isaiah Thomas in Indiana, 63-50. A bitter pill for sure for these Tar Heels.
Back to Nash. Duncan outside. Nash the pass to Ewing. Headshot off. Now the Tar Heels with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Worthy, and the dunk by Worthy.
In probably his last collegiate game, James Worthy definitely impressing those NBA scouts.
The Hoyas trail by 15 in the matchup between the two outstanding freshmen, Mike, which you and I have looked so forward to tonight. A clear advantage so far for Michael Jordan.
He's getting the better of Pat Ewing. This is huge for North Carolina.
Talk about hang time. Wow. Jordan showing off his incredible bounce.
Green kicks to Nash. And here we go. Worthy heading to the hoop. The smooth jumper by James Worthy. We don't see a lot of 6'9" guys who can shoot like that. Duncan outside. Pass to Green. Weber looking around. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Once again, UNC shooting the lights out in the second half.
Using his blazing speed, Jordan caps off the fast break.
The Hoyas trail by 21.
Georgetown trying to get their first national title. This is a program that missed the NCAAs for 32 straight years. Just their second ever appearance in the Final Four.
They desperately need something to fall.
Well, they're on the wrong side of a big run. Never a good feeling.
From about 16, kept alive. The pass to Barnett. And here's Worthy, guarded by Green. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Bailey. Barnett covering. Bailey misses. And unlike North Carolina, Georgetown was not considered a blue blood in college hoops.
No, I tell you what, that changed, though, Kevin, when John Thompson got hired 11 years ago.
It did.
Yeah, Georgetown was considered a small hoop school. Now, they are a premier program. A title would cement them amongst the nation's best.
Their recruiting has been terrific. Here's Jordan. The Tar Heels with another miss. The Hoyas trail by 21. Here's Bailey. Count it. Good.
Tony Bailey.
Tar Heels leading by 19 points. This entire tournament, North Carolina has been outstanding executing in the second half.
Jordan giving maximum effort for his teammates, making the most of that inside opportunity.
Barnett, no good.
Again and again, Ewing owning the glass. A major factor tonight.
Bailey passes to Floyd. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bailey. And it's Barnett with the rebound. Bailey's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Worthy finds Jordan.
Defense a little too amped up there. Jordan drawing the whistle.
2 shots. Foul.
Tony Bailey taking 2 shots.
And the Hoyas making a change here. Duncan's checked in. And so Jordan nails both of them. Well, as you can see, when you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
For sure. I mean, playing loose can help you and hurt you. It can cut both ways. I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit here.
And so Jordan will bring it up for North Carolina. Passes it to Worthy. That's tipped. Now Duncan. Nash outside. Here's McCray. Pass to Floyd. All sorts of time. And that one drops for him.
Floyd let it go quickly that time. Didn't want to give the defense a chance to recover.
Worthy trying to break free. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 40 points.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your leads.
Doing those kinds of easy bucket. A good after 2.
Roy Duncan.
Tar Heels leading by 21. Outside Jordan. Over Duncan. Jordan's shot is off. Nash outside. Out to Duncan. Back to Nash. Pass to Floyd. Duncan in the corner. Jordan with the ball. Guarded now by Duncan. Right side Worthy. Outside Perkins. Pass to Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Hey, the word is out on Jordan's bouncing athleticism. I mean, tremendous leaping ability on the slam there.
On offense, here are the Hoyas. Duncan outside. Pass to Nash. Back to Duncan. All alone. It's hauled in by the Tar Heel. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over Duncan. The rebound by Ewing. Ewing's got rebound number 12 now. tenacity on the glass. Duncan kicks it over to Nash. The pass to Floyd, and stolen by Jordan. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Floyd. Pass to Duncan. Here's McRae. Back to Duncan. Passes it to Floyd. Nash with it. Shoots from 14, and he knocks down the jumper.
Nothing like setting someone up. Feels better than making a shot. To me, at least.
Pass to Barnett. Back to Jordan. Over Duncan. The Tar Heels with another miss. There's 25 seconds left in the game. There's the pass to Floyd. Doesn't go that time. And the North Carolina Tar Heels are national champions. What a season. 32-2. Now a national title to make it complete.
James Worthy, Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. It was a blend of youth and experience for UNC.
And for the Hoyas, Clark, a bitter defeat, but they'll be back.
Kevin, as long as they have Pat Ewing, I think Georgetown makes another title run next year.
I agree. For our terrific reporter, David Aldridge, along with...
The first time I ever saw Michael Jordan was in 1981 at the McDonald's All-American game in Wichita, Kansas. As soon as I saw him on the court, he was different. Every practice session was like Game 7. And he did that relentlessly every single session. Okay, he's dominating us. He's the best player in the gym by far. We see this. But can he do it against NBA players at that next level? 1984 Olympic team, we went on somewhat of an NBA tour against NBA All-Stars to prepare for the Olympics in LA. All the stars showed up. Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale. The best player on the court was Michael Jordan, this junior from the University of North Carolina. And I think ultimately, it was the preview of the greatest player of all time coming on the scene.
A look from above the skyline of the city of Indianapolis, Indiana, where we'll be bringing you today's action.
Welcome, fans, to the exhibition game. The starting lineup for Team USA. A 6'1" sophomore from Washington, D.C. and Duke University, number 24, Pete Reynolds.
Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello and David Aldridge on the sideline. Mike, the crowd is buzzing as we get ready to see Team USA going head-to-head with a team of NBA stars.
You could understand the excitement in this building. And it's easy to see why some of the best collegiate athletes in the nation on Team USA, while the NBA star squad is just stacked up with their top-tier talent.
Now, this game, Clark, only an exhibition contest. But the fans, my goodness, they seem pretty invested already.
And I can see why, Kevin. What a sight to behold. I mean, this might even be a once-in-a-lifetime assemblage of talent. That goes for both of these teams. I mean, you don't often get a chance to see this many big-name players on one court.
I am so glad you and I are here to see it. Out there for Team USA, we've got Steve Alford and Michael Jordan at the 1 and 2. Then Chris Mullin at the small forward. Wayman Tisdale at power forward. Down low, it's Sam Perkins. And out there for the NBA stars, Isaiah Thomas is running things at the point. With Jim Paxson and Mark Aguirre at the 2 and 3. And then it's teammates Larry Bird and Robert Parrish filling out the front court.
We know this game doesn't go on anybody's record. But you can tell these players aren't about to come out here and just make each other look good. I think that speaks to the quality of the players on these two squads. These are all true competitors.
Here's Aguirre. Big play by Bird to set it up.
Check out the agility from Aguirre inside, finding a path around the contact.
Jordan the pass to Perkins. Michael Jordan attacking right away. Looking to get something going here.
You know, they'll be looking for more of that. An easy layup right there.
Always nice to get a few easy ones early in the game to build a rhythm.
Pass to Aguirre. Here's Thomas. A wide open look for Bird. Right away, Bird is hitting back-to-back buckets. What a start for him.
There's no denying Isaiah's eye for the game of basketball. He sees all the angles out there.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Mike, it only makes this game more interesting to watch as a fan. Clark, the fact that both teams are playing for keeps is so interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this contest is going to be full of a lot of up and down basketball. If you blink, you're going to miss it. I'm expecting a lot of high-intensity, high-effort play for both sides to be pushing themselves to be at their best.
And so Jordan nails both of them. One guy we're going to keep a close eye on tonight, Mike, and this one is Michael Jordan out of North Carolina with a ton of promise.
And everyone wants to see how he measures up against real pros. No better time to get a sense of what he might be capable of in the NBA.
And unfamiliar opponents tonight. That adds some intrigue as we go to David Aldridge for more.
Thanks very much. Now, both squads are excited to check out their future competition. USA, they can't wait to test themselves against the likes of Larry Bird, and the NBA stars are very curious to see what Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing can do. They know they're dealing with potential rivals in their professional careers in this one. Back to you.
Good stuff, David. Thank you. Mike, I think we expected that might be the case.
A terrific chance to do some feeling out. And it's really no shock to hear the NBA vets want a closer look at these young incoming talents.
They've got to be curious, right? My goodness.
We hear about them all year.
Right. Clark, there's so much to be excited about watching this unique matchup. But the biggest question is the most obvious one. And that's who's going to win this game?
Look, I don't want to be a guy that fudges on picks, but it could go either way, Kevin. I mean, Team USA has a lot of hungry and ambitious young talents, but don't expect the NBA stars just to show up and roll offensive weapons out there for Team USA as Michael Jordan. He plays and scores at a very, very high level and could maybe give some of these NBA stars a run for the money. We know he's competitive, and he's certainly going to try to prove a little something out there, that's for sure.
Well, Jordan is also special because he's fun to watch. Once he takes that first step to go on the attack, you can't take your eyes off of him. He's a remarkable young talent.
Catching up on the changes for the NBA star. Williams is checked in for Parrish. McHale comes in for Aguirre. Whitman is checked in for Paxson. And it's Hastings in for Isaiah Thomas. Reed, he's checked in for the Stars. And Team USA making a change here as well. Person's checked in. And that one, good.
The teardrop, just a wonderful shot to have in your bag.
Team USA trails by 3. Jordan passes to Turner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Here's Reed, out to the wing. Seasting passes to Whitman. Count it.
Right away, you're impressed by the play of Team USA. This squad may be built from amateur pieces, but all of these guys are at or close to a true NBA skill level.
Mike, I don't think there's any question about it. Some of these guys are definitely going to leave the summer games headed to the league. So you do expect them to be playing at close to a pro level even now. But I have to agree with you, this just isn't some scrappy university team we're looking at.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And the athleticism of Jordan is out of this world. Simply just an incredible player who does whatever he wants on offense.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
The defense keeps fouling him, and he's making them pay for it.
Here is Seasting, defended by Mullen. It's stolen by Mullen. And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. That bucket puts Jordan in double figures for scoring. Nicely done.
Very active with the hands, leading to the tip from Mullen and the bucket on the other end.
Pass to Whitman. McHale against Turner. Fadeaway. Shot's good by McHale.
Interesting use of the fadeaway, but hey, it worked.
And Ewing has got the ball here for Team USA. They trail by 1.
You know, something that could give the NBA stars an edge are the little things. Oftentimes I say the playing things are the main things, and you learn that as a pro. Little attention to detail type stuff, like playing a strong transition game or being able to read and anticipate where a play is going. That's stuff that pros do.
You might just see more high IQ plays coming from the NBA stars. They'll be a little more calculated with their approach, where Team USA might try to just get things done with sheer willpower and effort.
Great job by McHale creating contact by being physical himself.
The NBA stars have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one falls for McHale. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Had an opportunity for more there. We'll see if it comes back to bite him.
Count that one. Jordan's got 14 points.
Jordan doing a nice job leaking out slyly. Excellent in transition.
Passes it to Reed. Here is Seasting, defended by Mullen. Unloads from 13. Good on the jump shot.
And both of these teams right now, lights out shooting to start this one.
The offense has been fun to watch, but I'm curious as to which team is going to step it up on defense first.
Poked away. Jordan finds Ewing. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
The assist from
Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Mike, we're pretty far into this game. How do you like what you've seen so far of Michael Jordan?
I gotta say, I'm impressed. He's playing against some of the country's best pros and making a real impact out there.
What a attempt. NBA stars shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
A reliable role player for this team. Seasting understands how to facilitate this offense and involve his teammates.
Catching up on the changes for the NBA stars. Robert Parrish has checked in for Williams. Bird comes in for McHale. Aguirre's checked in for Reed. And it's Paxson in for Whitman.
And what a finisher Jordan is on these slams, putting on a show for the fans.
Paxson outside. And the pass to Seasting. The rebound by Jordan.
Couldn't have asked for a better look. And a little frustration, he didn't get it to drop.
Here's Tisdale, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. So, Coach, with the start of this game behind us, right now, it's Team USA who's out on top.
I'm sure this has not been the start the NBA stars were expecting. But Team USA came out swinging, and right now they're in control.
Here's Jordan. Bird pulls it in. The Stars trail. Pass to Seasting. To the middle. Here's Parrish. And it's Parrish finishing it off.
Nice vision by Aguirre, creating an easy scoring opportunity by finding the open man.
Jordan the pass to Conklin. Up top, Jordan. Guarded by Paxson. Jordan's shot is off. Bird outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jordan inside. Aguirre covering. Jordan outside. Outside Mullen. Pass to Tisdale. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Mullen's got 5 assists tonight.
Something that's really making this game special is this crowd. I'm told it's over 60,000 people who packed in here to see Team USA take on the NBA Stars.
Reaching foul. Steve Alford. Third personal foul.
60,000 people. I mean, that's enormous.
Steve
For a
Alford.
rare look, Clark, it's so many amazing players.
And Kevin, it's not surprising at all that many are salivating for this matchup. And I'm sure there are plenty of you folks at home who couldn't be here in person, but you're making just as much noise as these fans are in the building.
And now we can enjoy it together. Me, Mike Clark, and all of you. Now, here's Paxson. He's tightly guarded. Here's Aguirre. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Aguirre's got his second bucket.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive player.
A big part of Team USA's strategy has to be making the NBA Stars earn their looks. Nothing easy. If they give up quality shots, you know these pros are going to knock them down. So they've got to take away those easy, good looks.
And the lead coach just keeps changing hands.
5 times, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
It has been something. Let's go to David Aldridge and see what he's picking up on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, I have found something that both teams' coaches agree on. They think that these games are the best possible way to prepare the Olympic team for international competition. The NBA Stars are among, if not the best players in the world. So who better to challenge USA's skills? Move closer together as a team. Back to you guys.
That's a good point. Thanks for that, D.A. Clark, any thoughts on these coaches' assessment?
Well, Kevin, I fully agree with them. I mean, there's no way you can agree with them. Playing against the top talent is really the best way to develop your own game and grow as a player. You know the old saying, iron sharpens iron as one man sharpens another.
Oh, I love it, Clark.
Yeah, you know, for as big as Ewing is, he's got an explosiveness to him, and he's got pretty good strength and size. He's a tough cover.
Coach, no question Team USA is going to have to work overtime to effectively defend the NBA Stars.
Well, outworking the pros might just be the key. Team USA is full of energetic young guys. So all-out effort on that end could be the difference maker.
Here's Jordan. A steal. Here's Thomas. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Good work inside from Thomas. He has a knack for knowing how to cash in from this area.
Here's Jordan. Ewing kicks to Jordan. Back to Ewing. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Williams.
You really can't overstate how many exciting rising stars there are on this Team USA roster. Dynamic college athletes, many of whom already have big NBA expectations attached to them. Pretty easy around the cup. He'll convert that most every time.
Williams against Jordan. And stolen by Williams. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. Offensively, it's all NBA stars right now, putting together a very nice run.
So aggressive in the open floor. Thomas proving how lethal he is in these situations.
And it's good for 2.
The story of their offense so far has been just that, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Thomas passes to Woodson. High post McHale. And here's Reed, defended by Mullen. Offensive rebound. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the lead up to 7 now for the Stars.
It's simple. You got to get a body into your man. Box out if you want to rebound the ball.
Defensive rebounding is about effort, trying, being willing to put a body on someone.
Here's Jordan. And that's Michael Jordan breaking the 20-point threshold. What a game he's having.
Firing on all cylinders right now. Jordan is showing no mercy and getting any shot he wants.
Isaiah Thomas has been on display for the NBA Stars. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, for the second half of action in this exhibition game between Team USA and the NBA Stars. It has been a fun one so far. Aguirre against Mullen. Aguirre, no good.
What stood out to me after a full first half of play is the sense of competition out there on the floor. The NBA Stars aren't handling Team USA with kid gloves. They're giving their all.
And so in the game for Team USA. Tisdale out there with Mullen. Then there's Alford. Then there's Perkins. And it's Jordan in at the 2. Here's Bird. Tries again. Rebound by Perkins. Rebounded by Perkins, something he's become very good at while at UNC. And that one's good. Tisdale. And Clark with Team USA, they don't seem to be holding anything back.
Without question, if these young guys are intimidated by playing against pros, they're not showing any signs of that. And, you know, it's not so easy to have to go up against the guys you're accustomed to looking up to, Kevin. That takes a lot of confidence.
A lot of guts, you're right. Jordan with the bucket. 1 half gone, Coach, and you have to admit Jordan has looked good matched up against some of these NBA stars.
Oh, absolutely. He's attacking when he wants and finding himself shots. Showing no fear against some talented NBA defender.
The shot's good from Paxson.
And, you know, once again, the lead changes. It has been a tug of war all game long.
And it's a shame one of these teams will lose tonight. Both have played their hearts out.
Showing off some big-time athleticism and adding a little extra flair as well on that dunk.
Just like you, Clark, you used to say, hey, if you've got it, flaunt it. And you did.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
Well, thankfully, he made it. But I'm sure his coach would like a more cautious approach in that situation.
Tisdale, good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And with a decent amount of this game already gone, Michael Jordan has been, Coach, just superb on offense.
Yeah, this NBA star squad has not been able to shut him down. And he's outpacing Larry Bird in terms of scoring because of it.
Can you believe what you just said? Outpacing Larry Bird. Man, it's amazing.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, Concax checked in for Team USA. Paxson outside. Parrish high post. Passes it to Thomas. Paxson kicks to Thomas. Here's Parrish. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Parrish has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, I find this an interesting challenge that all of these players have to deal with. Playing with a coach they're not quite familiar with. That can be more challenging than it seems when you haven't had a lot of practice time to build up a relationship there.
Count that bucket. And Team USA leads by 3.
And CONCACAF focuses on attempting high percentage shots, especially when he's in the post area.
Outside, Aguirre. Now the pass to Bird. "14 feet away. Here's Parrish. Goes up again. Paxson outside. It's Thomas, high post. He's got 8. That's tipped.
Tough to get a shot over the 7-foot contact. Great anticipation from him there.
And it's out of bounds. The Stars able to retain possession here. And a new group getting ready for the Stars. Williams, he's checked in for Parrish. McHale comes in for Bird. Whitman is checked in for Aguirre. And Woodson subbed in for Paxson. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Team USA. Chalk up 2 there. Mike, you can speak about this, but I've always thought it's an interesting dynamic when players have a new or temporary coach in control.
It's really all about respect. As a player, you have to respect what the coach is trying to do. And as a coach, you have to respect that the players aren't fully accustomed to your style and be patient with them.
Sounds like communication key. McHale, right side. Left side, Williams. Pass to Whitman. Here's Woodson. Now here's Thomas. He's got 10, and there it is for him.
In some ways, this game between Team USA and the NBA Stars is a classic matchup of youth versus experience. No one knows this game better than the NBA Stars, but Team USA has such explosive athleticism.
Pass to Whitman. Here's Woodson. Lets it go from 11, and that one goes long. Jordan inside. Thomas is there. Michael Jordan again. Now it's a 5-point Team USA lead.
Reaching foul. Steve
Parrish is checked in for the NBA Star. Turner's checked in for Team USA.
Substitution on the court.
Passes to Woodson. Now McHale. Turner covering. The jump hook. Good on the bucket. McHale's got 5 now.
Down low, McHale has a myriad of moves. Just so tough to stop.
Over to the left wing. Back to Jordan. The dish to Ewing. That one goes. Count it. Ewing's got the lead up to 5 now for Team USA.
Assertive move. You can tell this game's heating up.
Thomas passes to Whitman. Back to Thomas. Here's McHale. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Well, most of this game behind us now, and all you can say about Michael Jordan's performance, Mike Fratello, is wow. I mean, what a show he has put on against these NBA stars.
He certainly does look league ready, doesn't he?
Oof.
You can just see why fans are so excited about Jordan's potential as part of an NBA team.
I mean, he's got everything. Woodson passes to Thomas. Now here's Parrish. McHale outside. Poked loose. Here's Holford. They get it again. The shot by Turner no good. The NBA Stars trail by 5. Here's Woodson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Attacking the paint that time, unfazed by the bigger defender.
Touch, angles, whatever it takes to elude the shot clock. What catches my eye as this game wears on is the consistency of Team USA. Young guys often start to lose focus down the stretch, but not Team USA.
Catching up on the changes for the NBA Stars. Bird, he's checked in for McHale. Aguirre comes in for Whitman. And it's Paxson in for Isaiah Thomas. The concentration from Team USA could be an indication, Clark, of good coaching.
That's part of it, but it also can indicate player IQ. I mean, these aren't just college players. I mean, they're the very best of the college guys. They know what it takes to win games, and focus is a big part of that.
You said it. And the first one at the line is good. Reed, he's checked in for Woodson. Good on both. And so, Coach, it's Team USA currently in the lead with most of this game now behind us.
Give a lot of credit to the young guys of Team USA for being in this position. But they can't take their foot off the gas now because the NBA stars will play hard right up until the buzzer. This is just what Aguirre does. Figure out ways to put the ball in the bucket.
Out of this game already in the books, and offensively, Coach, Michael Jordan has been putting on a show. Finding shot after shot after shot.
And taking a big scoring lead over Larry Bird. I really think this NBA Stars unit was just unprepared for Jordan. Maybe they thought an amateur would be easy to guard.
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. It has been interesting, though, hasn't it? Jordan looking around. Perkins, the pass to Ewing. Perkins trying to break loose. Ewing can't get it to go. The Stars trailing. Now Paxson. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his third foul of the game.
And now they're just one foul away from being in the bonus.
I expect to see them attacking more now, trying to get the defense to give up that next foul.
Isaiah Thomas checked in for Reed. Bird dishes to Thomas. And there's the pass to Paxson. Bird with it. Ewing defending. Bird misses.
You know, every player wants to win a game they're playing in. But in this matchup, there's some extra pride and motivation on the line. These NBA stars want to put the next generation in check. And Team USA wants to show us they're ready for the lead.
Paxson outside. Outside, Aguirre. Pass to Thomas. And once again off the mark by the Stars. That pride on the line certainly has added some extra might intensity to this game.
You can just see it in the eyes of the players, especially here late in the game. This game might not count for the record books, but these teams are hungry to prove that they can get the better of each other.
This has really been fun.
Yeah, you know what is funny? With Bird, the more the game tightens up, the more he relaxes and gets loose, and those competitive juices take over.
On the basket by Ewing.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the NBA Stars. 6-point game. Here's Bird. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
This has been classic Bird all night so far, scoring with ease and just knocking down shots on Team USA.
And Team USA calling timeout here.
I think it's pretty clear Coach wants to change some things. How easy is that to do in a huddle?
If you have an experienced team, that really helps.
Look now for Team USA. Tisdale comes in for Sam Perkins. And it's Grant in for Alford. Here's Jordan. Count that one. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for Team USA.
You must applaud what Michael Jordan has done in this game. He certainly hasn't looked like an amateur. He's looked like a pro.
Bird misses. And, Coach, something you appreciate, the ball distribution has been terrific in this one.
Yeah, they've showed how efficient their offense can be when they're this unselfish.
It's Jordan on the wing. Aguirre covering. Jordan the pass to Ewing. And, yes, it's good. And Team USA leads by 8.
In that two-man game, if Ewing is involved, you have to give extra attention to Patrick.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Here's Bird. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Speaking with Bird's opponents, they'll tell you he talks trash the whole time. And, of course, he backs it up with his play.
Teammates, they needed all of them.
And the rejection by Bird.
Slamming the door on Jordan. Yeah, the NBA stars aren't going to give away any good looks.
Thomas, good.
What a big-time shot from a big-time leader. Thomas coming up huge there.
Jordan passes to Ewing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Parrish picks one up there. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Ewing is a dominant force. His combination of size and skill can literally carry a team.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Here's Thomas. Some solid defense from Grant.
Aggressive move. That's an easy 2 points most of the time.
Count the basket. Jordan's got 38 points.
This one's close to being over.
I think if they get a couple stops, this game is toast.
And so the timeout by Robert Fields. Here's Bird. Again, the miss by the Stars.
Got some space in the mid-range, but wasn't able to convert. Still, not a bad chance for him.
Now the feed to Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
We've seen too many games slip away late. They did a great job of putting this one to bed.
Good on the shot.
Boy, Isaiah Thomas, such a creative ball handler. Rush hour handles and a fantastic feel for how to break defenses down. Look, I don't like to be premature about this, but this thing is done. Over. Cooked.
Well, it's our job to be honest, and come on, no way they're coming back.
Beautiful reverse using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
You never want to leave points at the line, especially when you're trying to build on your lead.
Now a timeout called by the NBA Stars.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Williams looking over the floor. Here's Thomas. Misses the shot. And so it's Team USA who is able to capture a win over the NBA Stars in this exhibition contest. Mike, what a game we just saw.
You have to respect what Team USA was able to accomplish here. Going up against top-tier competition and managing to come away with the win.
And the NBA Stars taking a loss in Clark that luckily doesn't go on any of their records.
Yeah, I doubt that makes it sting any less, though, Kevin. Getting shown up and beaten by young guys is going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. But like we said, a terrific performance by Team USA. You got
Michael was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them. Larry, Kevin, Chief, Danny, DJ, they have great games. And at the end of the game, we look at the box score, and this guy named Michael Jordan, he's got 49 points. We just said, well, yeah, he's pretty darn good, but he'll never do that again. Game two takes 41 shots, makes 22 of them, takes 21 free throws and makes 19 of them and goes for 63 points. The Celtics are able to win the game in double overtime, 135 to 131. But we knew how lucky we had been to win that game because Michael was just so spectacular. That was the game where Larry Bird, in his post-game media comments, said, "I've just seen God disguised as Michael Jordan." And the rest is history.
Following the Freedom Trail to the Cradle of Liberty, Faneuil Hall. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello. Mike, Boston holds a 1-0 lead in this series.
And the Celtics showed how dominant they were in Game 1. This is a team that only lost one time at home all season. The Bulls are up against the odds in this one.
And for Chicago, they'll be hoping for another big night from Michael Jordan.
Well, Kevin, in Game 1, he did all the heavy lifting for the Bulls on offense. The Celtics had no answer for him as he went for 49 points. We'll see if they keep looking his way as they try to even up this series.
And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Johnson, the pass to Ainge. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it.
A tough defender all around. Oakley sent that one right back.
And Jordan slams it home.
How many other guys can do that? Michael Jordan, everybody. You can't top his showmanship.
And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. Now, here is Ainge. 6 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Bulls ball.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Boy, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in Game 1. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
They get it back. McHale. Pass to Parrish. Ainge with the ball. Goes back up. Again, the miss by the Celtics. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Jordan. And McHale pulls it down.
That's not a bad look. They missed that chance, but he'll get them to fall if he gets space like that.
Lobs it up. And Gervin sends it back. Corzine the pass to Oakley. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam. And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent. Actually, too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, Mikal Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all three will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Using his tremendous strength and body control, Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
Johnson dishes to McHale. Here's Bird. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, there wasn't much there in terms of defensive pressure. I'm sure he'd like another crack at that shot.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Jordan. Back to Oakley. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam. And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Clark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on it.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Shooting too many blanks in this one to stay close.
Maybe try something different. Couldn't hurt at this point.
Back to Johnson. There's the dish to McHale. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And Macy kicks to Jordan. Inside. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving this Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
Johnson, the pass to Ainge. Bird against Gervin. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. The pass to Bird. Now here's Parrish. Boston needs to get off a shot. McHale trying to free himself up. They grab their own miss. That shot, no good.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in Game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
So it's Boston now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. McHale kicks to Johnson. Will it go? Doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Jordan inside. Ainge covering. Jordan can't get it to go. And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect to the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now a year later, he's playing in Boston in the NBA playoffs.
He's got presence, though, doesn't he, Mike, on the floor?
And he can back it up with that body. And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record, but they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
And the Celtics making a change here. Redmond's checked in. Bulls leading by 10. Left side, Jordan. And there's the feed to Oakley. Jordan against Ainge. Here's Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Jordan. The 17-footer goes down. Jordan's got 8 points.
From the opening whistle, their tempo has been the tempo of the game.
Not just on offense, but on D as well. They've completely set the tone for this game.
Well, there's a reason it was way off. He got fouled.
Yeah, easy whistle.
It's his first trip to the line.
A reliable role player for this team. Sichting understands how to facilitate this offense and involve his teammates.
And he sinks the second. 9 seconds left in the first. Now Paxson kicks it out to Jordan. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Ainge takes pride in his defensive work now, being kind of pesky, knows how to get under the shooter's skin.
The first quarter concludes in a... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round one matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Chicago leading by 11. Kevin McHale out there with Walton. Then there's Seasting. Then it's Ainge. And it's Wedman into the small forward position. Matches in the game for the Celtics.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up and down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Passes it to Ainge. Here is Seasting. Lays it up off the glass. You know, you have to give credit to the Bulls so far. Clark, they've managed to slow down the Celtics' big three.
Well, Kevin, they knew they had to be better to give themselves a chance. I mean, so far, I think they've answered the call quite well.
Parrish is checked in for McKee. And the Bulls making a change also. Corzine, he's checked in for Oakley. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got 12 points in the game.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
Harris lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great feed to the interior, resulting in a successful attack right at the hoop.
Pass to Jordan. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. No good on the shot. And the Celtics going the other way now. Wedman the pass to Seasting. Here's Wedman. Knocked loose and stolen by Banks. Jordan against Walton. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's got 12. Bucket is good.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise.
An effective point. Paxson moving the ball with conviction.
Knocked away. Pass to Wedman. Here is Seasting, guarded by Paxson. Parrish outside. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
7-1 with great skill. Parrish is one of the toughest assignments in the league.
Larry Bird's checked in for Boston. Johnson comes in for Seasting. And Chicago also making a switch. Gervin's checked in for Banks. And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. Chicago making a switch here. Macy's checked in. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Now, here's Walton. Dennis Johnson on the wing. From down in the low post, it goes. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Ainge kicks to Bird. Parrish up top. Johnson surveying the floor. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing with San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. It's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. I think the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight. Oh, the finesse. Bird showing off the handles here.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. .132 left in the first half of basketball. It's stolen by Johnson. Macy against Ainge. The teardrop falls in. And now just a 5-point Chicago lead.
Such soft touch from Ainge. That was pretty.
Here's Jordan. He gets that one.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 22.
Speed and agility, guys. I mean, he went right to the defense and took it to the rim.
And stolen by Jordan. He takes it in, lays it up, and banks it in. And it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
All too easy for Jordan. Just unfazed by anything the defense throws at him. He's got an answer.
Unloads. Tipped away.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Down low, here's McHale. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. He can't get it to go. Good D by Johnson. Bird with it. Gervin covering. On the wing, Johnson shoots the 3. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Johnson's got 9 points.
A little surprising to see Johnson take one from deep, but his focus and shot mechanics make it work.
Jordan passes to Corzine. Jordan against Johnson. Jordan with the bucket.
Michael Jordan.
This is why he's a focal point of their offense, because they trust in his ability to shoulder them when needed.
The 3 from Johnson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so that's the end of the first 10. The Bulls on top. They're up by 8. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our half. A view of the Charles River, not far from where we are. Boston Garden, and getting ready for the second half.
Here we go, Boston.
We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston. And so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And now let's go to DA.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants. And he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Second half underway, and here's who Alexi Morris has got on the floor. Gervin out there with Oakland. Then it's Corzine, then there's Macy, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to McHale. The pass to Ainge. Over Jordan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic, I know, impresses you so much.
He is not missing too many of those. Count on it.
Defensively, that's not the game plan. But sometimes you get lucky.
2 hands for safety and surety.
You bet, Clark. Nothing left to chance.
Don't give him any chance to climb back into it.
It's tipped. And Macy kicks to Oakland. Here's Jordan. That one a little long. And the foul on George Gervin. That is his first foul of the game. Ceasting, he's checked in for the Celtics. Green, he's checked in for Chicago. Paxson comes in for Macy. Celtics trail by 7. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan. Mike, in the final 5 games of the season, an unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach. I know you appreciate that game so much. Hanks checked in for the Bulls.
As great a shooter as you'll see, Larry Bird can hit from deep.
On the wing, Jordan. He's guarded by Johnson. Paxson passes to Green. Jordan outside. Just 5 to shoot. And he makes that one. Jordan's got 32 points in the game.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
Johnson with the bounce pass. And here's Bird from the arc. Green with the rebound. Bulls leading by 6. Passes it to Jordan. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dennis Johnson.
Strong move in there by Jordan to draw the contact.
Free throw good, Jordan. Mike, a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. Celtics making a switch here. Redmond's checked in. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket for McHale. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's George Austin Wizard.
McHale's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Like the way this game has gone, the Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right. Here are the Celtics with the ball.
And now they're just one foul away from being in the bonus.
I expect to see them attacking more now, trying to get the defense to give up that next foul.
Pass to Wedman. Here is Seasting, guarded by Paxson. The shot by Seasting, no good. Chicago leading by 5. Here's Oakley. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Oakley's got 10 points in the game.
Playing with pace pays off as they got it right to the cup.
That's why more teams are pushing the tempo. It's high-efficiency offense.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Look at Bird, showing off the catch-and-shoot ability.
And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike, Bird can't even keep up with him.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
I bet Bird is impressed too. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. And on the clock, here's McHale. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Jordan down low. Teardrop shot. He lays it in.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 11 in the second half.
Flaunting his soft touch with the floater. There's not a shot out there that Jordan doesn't have in his arsenal.
Bird with the bounce pass. Here's McHale. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
Spread it in like butter.
Well, you could not cook it up any better than that.
Yeah.
Delicious. He's ready, willing, and able to carry the load offensively.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Wedman. McHale against Green. McHale misses.
Seemed as if he had the angle to finish, but the defense did just enough to throw him off.
It's good. And now it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
This is where Oakley makes his living. Strong move in the lane.
There's the pass to Bird. Here's Seasting. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 3 assists tonight.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding.
Chicago, 51.
Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston. Celtics on offense, trailing here by 8.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in Game 1.
Parrish is out there with McHale. Then there's Ainge. Then there's Bird. And it's Johnson in at the point. That's the Boston 5.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Celtics making a switch here. Walton's checked in. Kyle Macy's checked in for Chicago. Ainge kicks to Walton. Bird looking it over. Over Gervin. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
Johnson, the pass to Ainge. Back to Johnson. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
What a surge of athleticism from Johnson. Making a big effort to earn the and one call.
Free throw no good for Johnson.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
With the floater, the shot's good from Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's so crafty in the pick and roll. He's unpredictable and hard to stop in these situations.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Bird, the pass to Walton. McHale against Oakley. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little thing.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers, a great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. Celtics trail by 8. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Shot from 6. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
McHale can put up points in a hurry, folks. So efficient in how he scores.
Jordan had 49 in game 1. And creeping up on that here.
It's been a shootout all night. Why let up now? I say keep it going.
Why indeed? Keep going to the well and get buckets.
Passes it to Bird. Now, here's Ainge. And it's slammed in by McHale.
Good for about 1 per game. Ainge finds his open man easily there.
Pass to Macy. Back to Jordan. Pass to Corzine. Michael Jordan on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And Jordan now matching his game 1 total. Clark, we're watching incredible stuff here.
We really are, Kevin. And I thought Boston would have made a point to really slow Jordan down, but they just have not found an answer for him.
None. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Here's Ainge. The pass to McHale. The 3. Kept alive by Boston. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Relentless on the boards. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
The total for Jordan keeps on climbing. He's now past 49.
A high percentage look. Can't get closer than that.
Feeds to Bird. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
Bird able to power through that defense despite the contact. I thought his length helped him out there.
Jordan with the bucket.
Excellent distribution. That possession highlighting how important unselfishness is.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, I can imagine that coach is giving them an earful about what's happening in the paint. They've got to clean that up.
Yeah, their interior defense has been too easy to crack. Time to get physical down low.
Parrish, he's checked in for Walton.
Checking in for Boston, Robert Parrish.
So it's Boston now. 8-point game. Ainge. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
An outstanding find by Johnson. Very comfortable at the 1 or the 2 spot.
Here's Jordan. McHale trying to free himself. And again, it's Michael Jordan. Jordan's got 55.
Well, we know he's got great peripheral and court vision, and he's passing the ball tonight extremely well.
Yeah, he's keeping everyone involved and making life much easier for his teammates. Nice delivery. The bounce pass usually tougher to disrupt.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
About as competitive a guy as I've seen, Jordan, finishing through the whistle.
1 second.
Free throw good, Jordan. Here's Johnson. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bird. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Bird's got 8 here in the quarter.
And you know, in the painted area, Bird has a variety of moves. Can take you either direction and finish with either hand. He's a nightmare to defend, and believe me, I woke up in sweats many a times dealing with that guy.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Ainge, and it goes down 2 points.
Fantastic play. Ainge is clutch.
And so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Misses from close range.
Showing great intensity around the rim there. It's part of why he's such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
4th team foul.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Such a tremendous all-around shooter. Larry's so good in these situations. In fact, one of the league's best. A great foul shooter. And he delivers there. Really key at a tight game.
Pass to Macy. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Jordan inside. Johnson on him. McHale with some nice D. Good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Simply as calm as you can be in that situation.
He's got that mentality. Doesn't shy away from big moments.
Pass to Macy. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Let's go. No good off the front line.
Defense backing off there, knowing the mid-ranger is a low percentage.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bird. Yes!
Oh, man. Bird is just so cold-blooded. Knocking down the big clutch shot. Man, he's good.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, it's always interesting to me to see what play a coach has saved for a situation just like this.
This is where you want to create a clean, high-percentage look, if at all possible.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
Boston timeout called.
All right, guys, let's get up! Go Celtics dancers!
Johnson against Macy. Here's Bird. Over Gervin.
We see this often from Bird. He makes scoring look effortless.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1.
Here we go, Boston.
Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
This is what it comes down to. This shot can win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Here's Jordan. Oh,
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in game 1. They need to make a statement tonight.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics' vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. And so it's the Bulls getting on the board first. Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out. And Clark hears something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Michael Jordan.
Well, there's just so much talent. Actually, too much talent in every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
The floor general leadership of Johnson, outstanding at realizing when a teammate is open.
Durbin trying to break loose.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan out of the gates fast. Doesn't look shaky at all.
Brilliant use of the floater. Measuring it to perfection and dropping it in with ease.
Kicks it out to McHale. Here's Ainge. McHale outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Almost, but it rolls out. And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in game 1. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Now here's Jordan. 6 points for him. No good with the elbow jumper.
The defense willing to concede the mid-range. As the lesser of evils, it paid off there.
Using his handles to get to the rim.
Incredible sequence we just saw.
Yes, indeed.
Great overall play.
You know, I think that was a message-sending foul there. They're not going to allow any easy buckets at the rim.
Yeah, as a coach, I like that one. Make them earn it at the line.
The throw good, Jordan.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Mark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. Here's Ainge. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Johnson kicks to Ainge. Parrish outside. McHale up top. That one doesn't go. Oakley with some nice D. Pass to Corzine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Jordan against Johnson. Jordan passes to Corzine. Back to Jordan. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Paxson, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls, John Paxson.
Celtics trail by 3. Now with the inside on the Celtics game plan, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, this young Michael Jordan has a lot of tools in his bag. The first thing the Celtics want to do is stop straight line drives. Guys have to rotate over and give him angles off of the basket. But Jordan is so good with his quick first move and then going vertical, it allows him to convert right over the top of defenses. Guys?
David, thank you. In game 1, the Celtics tried 5 different defenders on Michael Jordan. And Mike, ultimately, he got a little fatigued, but not before he put up 49.
One of the assistant coaches with Chicago said about Jordan, he's got the jump shot ability of a Jerry West and the ability to go to the hoop of a Julius Erving. Pretty good people to be compared with.
Phenomenal comparison. I love that.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Good work from mid-range. This thing knows when he should shoot from there.
And he gets the bucket.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 13.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Celtics trail by 5. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
You know, it's not just on the players to change things up. It's up to these coaches to make the right reads as well.
It's more than just encouraging or yelling at them when needed. There's a lot of strategy that goes into this game.
Here is Seasting. The pass to Walton. Here's Wedman. Here is Seasting. Guarded by Paxson. Here's McHale. Banked in off the glass. McHale's got his second basket.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
Here is Seasting. The Bulls getting the bucket. McHale outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
A top 3 pick for a reason. McHale is a headache for opponents.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 4. Jordan dishes to Oakley. And it's in there.
Jordan with a delightful delivery on that one.
Personal foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Charles Oakley. 1 shot.
On the free throw, no good.
The enforcer of this team without question. Charles Oakley intimidates the opposition. And that's a big deal for this squad. Great play that time, finishing at the rack.
Always nice to be handed 2 points.
Chicago with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam.
Tell you what, if they're going to try to get back and even the score in this one, playing soft defense like that is not the recipe.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, there was a serious lack of rim protection on that play for sure.
And for a coach, there's nothing more maddening than allowing wide open looks at the rim. That's why you never give up on a play. He worked to get in position and came away with the second chance points.
Jordan outside. Fires at the elbow. And that's collected by Bill Walton.
And the D daring him to prove he can make it from that spot. Unfortunately for him, not able there.
Here's Wedman. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. They kept going to him again. And welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round 1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Chicago leading by 4.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Kevin McHale out there with Bird. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Parrish. And it's Ainge in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here is Ainge. High post McHale. Just 5 on the clock. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
With him, the scouting report says you've got to go over the screen.
Absolutely. He'll hurt you from deep. So you have to fight through those picks.
Now, here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Paxson passes to Jordan. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's feed. Paxson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. Now, here's Bird. Pass to Ainge. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
So good at using his height to scan the floor. Parrish capable of finding open teammates this way.
Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving the Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. Wow. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise.
When you face Jordan, you put so much focus on MJ that it creates openings for other guys.
And Mike looking at the two stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird.
Michael Jordan.
Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. Ainge with the ball. He's got 6, and it's Parrish missing. Lets it go. A shot by Jordan, no good.
That's not a bad look. He'll miss that chance, but he'll get them to fall if he gets space like that.
Absolutely loving what I'm seeing right there.
A slam with an exclamation point.
They're cutting into this lead.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotation. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. That's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, but the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Well said. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
A basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Walton checked in for the Celtics. Seaston comes in for Johnson. Mike, the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Seaston.
Well, you pay so much attention to Bird, that opens things up for others.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
And adds to this lead. They're having their way.
Passes it to Ainge. Pass to McHale. 1:09 left in the first half. And that one drops. McHale's got 6 here in this quarter.
McHale can put up points in a hurry, folks. So efficient in how he scores.
Here's Jordan. The Bulls keep it alive. Outside Banks. And Macy kicks to Jordan. Driving in, and Jordan slams it home. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, the Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
3 future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. There's 39 seconds left here in the second, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jordan's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. Seasting passes to McHale. Ainge against Mason. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, whether he's in the lineup or coming off the bench, Ainge provides a nice scoring punch to your squad.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He hits the second from the line. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boston ball. Substitution for your Celtics, Scott Wedman.
15 seconds left in the first half. Seasting passes to Bird. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
So much focus from Bird. A chance for a three-point play now.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Shooting for Boston, Larry Bird.
And that one misses. Here's Jordan going inside, and then slammed in by Jordan.
David Corzine.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
And so that brings the first half to a close.
With the score,
It's Chicago up 11. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Third quarter set to begin as the lights of Back Bay brighten up the sky in Massachusetts. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
Stolen by Ainge. And now let's go to DA.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants, and he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. And he's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Second half underway, and here's who Alexi Morris has got on the floor. They've got Michael Jordan. Oakley is out there with Corzine. Then there's Gervin. And it's Macy in at the 1 spot. Jordan dishes to Oakley. Back to Jordan. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Jordan's got 41. Celtics trail by 12. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Macy up top. Back to Jordan. Tries from 16. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Defense backing off there, knowing the mid-ranger is a low percentage.
Jordan with the rebound. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 2 points. That one goes.
Assistant.
Jordan's got 43 points.
Oakley's such a good all-around team-first guy, setting up a shooter with a nice pass there.
Now the pass to Johnson. McHale left side. The kick out to Ainge. The shot missing. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. Ainge against Mason. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Whoa, what hops from Danny Ainge, lifting off for a jam.
Here's Jordan. Jordan had 49 in game 1 and creeping up on that here.
My goodness, taking the chance to add a little extra spice with that throwdown.
Oh, yeah, just another message to the defense that they are in control of this one.
I think the message is received. The defense knows these guys are making them look powerless.
Macy against Ainge. Second chance shot. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Gervin. Chicago leading by 13. Michael Jordan has tied his total from game 1.
Kyle Mason.
49 points for him now. Wow. Bird outside. And here is Ainge. He's got 11. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan. Mike, in the final 5 games of the season, an unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach, but I know you appreciate that game so much. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walton's checked in for McHale. Redmond comes in for Ainge. And it's Easting in for Johnson. Like the way this game is. Gone. The Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right. And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike, Bird can't even keep up with him.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
And I bet Bird is impressed too.
And this is why you just can't give Jordan a running start. I mean, once he has that, the launch pad is set, and he's going to ecstasy right through the air and on top of your head.
Here's Wedman. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the bucket from Seasting.
Inside amongst the trees, Seasting relies on his quickness. That's how he beats bigger guys.
Jordan inside. Here's Green. Outside for Jordan. Over Pierce. No good from Jordan.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season. Good offensive maneuvering, resulting in a high-quality shot.
Jordan the pass to Banks. Back to Jordan. Walton with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bird can't hit.
That's a shot he'd like back. Won't miss those very often.
Well, a good look. They keep getting shots like that, they'll be all right. And people will say he shouldn't take that mid-range look. But he had the space and is capable of making it.
From 15 feet away, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
He just makes scoring look so easy. Bird is especially dangerous from the mid-range area.
And here's Jordan outside. No good there. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in Game 1.
Pass to Walton. On the wing, Bird. Guarded by Paxson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Walton. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
Assisted by Larry Bird.
Bird's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
Walton is out there with McHale. It's Bird. Then there's Johnson. And it's Ainge in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5.
You know, once Jordan makes his move to the basket, he has no intention of stopping, which makes it hard to slow his progress.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
You know, Kevin, it might be his good fortune to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, that was a lot of contact. The officials could have gone, I think, with a flagrant 2.
Clark, he'd better be on his best behavior from this point forward because one more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
To the paint. Here's Corzine. And finally they hit one. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet. Always doing the little thing.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. And spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers. A great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Paxson against Bird. He kicks to McHale. Here's Ainge. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
I gotta say, Ainge has been pouring on the gas in this one, attacking again and again, no matter what the defense throws at him.
Chicago calls timeout. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Jordan looking around. To the inside. Stolen by Bird. Here's Ainge. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Ainge has got 4 points this quarter.
And Ainge enjoys getting out in the open floor and capitalizing. Views these opportunities as easy buckets.
Celtics trail by 11. And Bird, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Bird.
Putting it down with some power.
Wow, a true rim wrapper.
Yeah, going up strong with both hands.
Here's Jordan. That one's not going to go. Bird with some nice D. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Bird.
They're closing the gap, making it interesting down the stretch.
Yeah, they really bore down. The momentum completely shifted. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First one falls for him. Chicago making a switch here. Gervin's checked in.
Michael Jordan at the line for two.
And both free throws good for Jordan. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. 9-point game. And the foul called on Michael Jordan.
Second team foul.
That's his first foul. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Stolen. And Mike, that score puts Michael Jordan even with Elgin Baylor. The great Elgin Baylor. Most points, Mike, ever in a playoff game.
And to think, this is just Jordan's second year in the league. The sky's the limit for him.
Johnson in the corner. No one near him. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Bulls leading by 11. To the middle. Here's Oakley. And Boston with the rebound. McHale's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bird, the pass to Walton. And Walton throws it down.
Oh, yeah. Look at Big Red throwing it down.
To the paint. Corzine. Good. And it's Jordan picking up the assist. And the Bulls lead by 11.
You know, I don't care what your lead is or how many points you're up. I think you should always be looking to add to it. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive move right at the rim. Driving another nail into that coffin.
Good work there as it goes.
Solid body control. Bird not allowing the D to throw him off.
Jordan inside. Ainge covering. And Jordan gets it to go.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. Good, nice job down low. Jordan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Using his tremendous strength and body control. Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 13. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. Boston making a switch here. Parrish is checked in. Johnson against Jordan. Rebounded by Corzine. Corzine's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Jordan. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is kept down to 11 on the bucket from Johnson.
Selfless play by McHale with the ball. Didn't like what he saw for himself, so he gives it away.
A nice shot by Jordan.
It's obvious he's looking to continue to attack on offense so this lead can expand.
And if you were hitting like he is in this one, you would be too. His efficiency has done a lot for them.
Johnson, the pass to Bird. McHale trying to free himself. And Bird gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
Larry attacks you in so many ways, showing his natural scoring ability here, filling up the scorecard.
Jordan can't get it to go.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And he comes up with the deuce. Bird's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Gervin finds Jordan. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
I just can't see how they've got enough time to come back in this one right now.
Hopefully they learn from their mistakes and play better next game.
Yep, that one goes.
Harris cleaning it up for his team, using his length to protect the play and get them the basket.
And it's Jordan slamming it down.
That will make the highlight loop.
You're right. Definitely dunk contest material.
This is what the fans pay to come see.
Passes it to Ainge. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And here's Jordan outside. And it's Bird with the rebound. High post Johnson. There's the triple. Can't get it to fall. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1, in the next two games in Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next few games. Jordan at home has been electric. And if he gets hot, the Celtics might not make it back home.
Things have gotten very interesting.
The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If you had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, you can get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
And on a chilly February night, a city of Chicago hot with anticipation for tonight's marquee game.
To the All-Star Game. Let's meet the starters for the West. At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his All-Star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Karl Malone. The man in the middle, an All-Star, each of his 4 pro seasons from the Houston Rockets, 7 feet, Akeem Olajuwon. At guard, making his first All-Star appearance, the virtual star of the Denver Nuggets, 6'3", Lafayette Fat Lever. And the NBA leader in assists in his 8th All-Star game from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9", Earvin Magic Johnson. The head coach of the West All-Stars is Brad Nelson. Let's hear it for your West All-Stars. And now, the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference. At forward, a 3-time most valuable player, an All-Star each of his 9 seasons from the Boston Celtics, 6'9", Larry Bird. He's one of the NBA's most exciting players. In his 3rd All-Star game from the Atlanta Hawks, 6'8", Dominique Wilkins. The man in the middle, an All-Star for the 10th time. One of the game's most rugged rebounders from the Washington Bullets, 6'10", Moses Malone. At guard, the most valuable player of the 1984 and 1986 All-Star games. This Chicagoan is making his 7th All-Star appearance from the Detroit Pistons, 6'1", Isaiah Thomas. And finally, the NBA leader in scoring and steals, an All-Star each of his 4 seasons, the charismatic star of the Chicago Bulls, 6'6", Michael Jordan. The head coach of the East, Tello.
Tonight.
You're exactly right, Mark Aguirre, all All-Stars, and I'm sure They've got plenty of family and friends in attendance to enjoy their performance on the court.
Yep, so much to celebrate. And Clark, is there a common thread when you think about a Chicago-type player?
Well, I certainly do believe there's a common thread. When playing outside or outdoors in the Windy City, the perimeter shot can easily get blown off course. So you got to be able to get that thing to the rack and in a straight line fashion. And that's something all Chicago players share in common.
A lot of high flyers, you're right. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird the forward. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Now English. Clock at 6. Lever kicks to Johnson. On the 3 off target. Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Here's Johnson after the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Johnson against Jordan. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday. Clark, can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Here's English, tries to the hoop. Good, and the assist goes to Malone. Larkin amidst this all-star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts, but you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. Lever uses the glass to finish the layup. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American. Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
And plenty of subplots to this game. For more, let's send it over to David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, this story has never gone away over the years, guys. Isaiah Thomas is, of course, a native Chicagoan, but you'll still hear some boos today from Bulls fans. That's because at that All-Star game a couple of years ago, people questioned whether Isaiah froze out Michael Jordan. And some people still believe it. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that story has not gone away. Thank you, David. For what it's worth, Clark, Isaiah Thomas denies there was a freeze-out. Jordan himself says, I never said it. So what do you think?
But the reality is, we probably never will know the full story.
There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Here's Olajuwon. The grace of Hakeem Olajuwon. Something special to see. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
The Tennessee Volunteers should be here. And the East with some changes. Gordy's checked in for Malone. Ewing comes in for Larry Bird. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. The West also making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Olajuwon. Worthy comes in for English. And it's Drexler in for Lever. Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And, you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history, Clark, and All-Star in every season of his career except one, and in that year, he was injured.
Oh, he's a high flyer! Oh, look at that elevation and throw down. Oh! And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
Drexler up top. And it's blocked. And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you got to love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. Inside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, it's not easy to time an alley-oop. Just ask that pair.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson with it. Patrick Ewing covering. Excellent defense there from Ewing. The East leading by 8. Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside, Drexler passes it to Malone. Outside, Drexler. Worthy from outside. Michael Jordan. Getting it done for the East All-Stars. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. And so Bird will bring it up for the East. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello. His first time coaching in the All-Star game.
That one goes in.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
Ewing is out there with Bird. Then it's Jordan. And it's Rivers. And it's Wilkins in at the 3 spot. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Karl Malone.
And, you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And, you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
Shoots from 14. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Clyde Drexler. Here's Jordan. That one, no good. Good D by Olajuwon. Second shot opportunity. And when the jump shot is fallen for Michael Jordan, what can you do? He is unstoppable. To the inside. And it's Olajuwon with the jam. And Clark, when you look at Akeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Lever outside. Pass to McDaniel. Back to Lever. 6 to shoot. Over Rivers. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And, you know, so far I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. So much talent for each side, but they got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
Catching up on the changes for the East. Malone's checked in for Ewing. McHale comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And Thomas subbed in for Rivers. The West trails by 8. A wide open look for Drexler. That ball. Great assist by Lever.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot. And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Donaldson, he's checked in for McDaniel. And it's Johnson in for Clyde Drexler. The shot's good from Jordan. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in. Back to Johnson. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. And the 7'2" center from the Mavericks, James Donaldson.
You know, I think he's the only lefty in this game. Larry Bird and Danny Ainge right left-handed, but they shoot it with their right hand.
You and I have talked about this before, but defending a lefty is different than defending clearly a right-handed shooter.
Throws you off just a little bit, Kevin.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Third.
Free throw good, Jordan. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Johnson outside. Here's Donaldson, guarded by Malone. Too long in the paint, he's hit with a 3-second violation. West All-Stars shooting their first free throw tonight, and the technical free throw is good.
Pat Lever is not the biggest guard, but he makes big impact on the game because he plays with such intensity at both ends of the floor.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Jordy comes in for Moses Malone, and Ainge is subbed in for Bird. Shot clock at 5. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. The West again cannot hit.
Surprising to see him miss from there.
Jordan kicks to Thomas. Back to Jordan. Pass to Ainge. Good ball movement here by the East. And McHale gets it to go.
This is the fourth All-Star game for the Celtics, Kevin McHale. Kids at home who want to learn how to score in the post, just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on top of moves in the paint.
Lever passes to Aguirre. Johnson outside. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple. Johnson's got his second basket of the night. Clark wide open, high scoring both ways.
These tremendous All-Stars are putting on a tremendous show, Kevin.
What a blast. And the shot is good.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Johnson. Here's Jordan. They get the rebound. Beyond the arc. From deep. The rebound by Johnson. A three from Aguirre. That shot, no good. Got it up. And no good. And that concludes the first half. East All-Stars lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. They've got Olajuwon. English is out there at Malone. Then it's Lever. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
The East leading by 7. And of the players in tonight's All-Star Game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
And it's Moses Malone with the foul.
Malone.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Johnson against Jordan. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Johnson.
And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch.
You cannot expect Thomas to miss a guy that open. I mean, he's got such a great eye for spotting shooters ready to shoot.
Lever passes to Johnson. And here is English. Malone right side. Lets it go from the wing. No good that time. The East leading by 7. Stolen by Magic. Pass break. Here comes the West. Johnson's got the ball. And Magic Johnson continuing to orchestrate beautifully.
Boy, what a luxury it is to have Olajuwon as your target for the alley-oop. And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
And for a report on the center position, we take you over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, one of the big stories this weekend is the matchup of Moses Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon. Of course, Moses helped Hakeem a lot when he was starting in the game. He worked with him down in Houston in the summertime on low post moves and how to really rebound the basketball. Now we see the torch being passed from one of the all-time greats to a future all-time great. Kevin, back to you.
That's a good story, D.A. And there is that handoff, which is so historic to watch. Hakeem Olajuwon, by the way, Clark, got the third most All-Star votes this year.
Which indicates how much the fans are beginning to recognize and appreciate his excellence. There's a reason that Olajuwon was drafted ahead of Michael Jordan. He's got a lot of game and clearly on his way to being one of the all-time greats. And in this day and age, you've got to have a dominant center to be able to compete for championships.
He is indeed a very special player. You're right. Here's English. Good, and the assist goes to Malone. And you think about adjusting, Clark, how about the all-star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this, that sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks, no question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
Malone finds English. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
Catching up on changes for the West. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Olajuwon. And James Worthy is subbed in for Malone.
You know, there's been talk about adding a 3rd referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it. And they plan to put it before the Board of Governors at the next meeting.
It's Wilkins on the wing. Back to Jordan. That one drops for him. And now it's an 8-point East All-Star lead.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at it or who, he finds a way to score.
Drexler glides with the greatest of ease. Phi Slamma Jamma. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan, Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Yep, great athletes. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly, with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the 3rd official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting him touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
Worthy with a clean look. Again, the West All-Stars. And James Worthy here in Clark, his 3rd All-Star game.
Yeah, I was part of the 82 draft when Worthy was the #1 pick out of North Carolina. He can hurt you on the block as well as in transition.
So refresh our memories. He was #1. Where were you taken?
I was number 8, Kevin.
That's right.
Number 8.
That's right. I knew that. I just wanted you to boast a little bit. 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Johnson gets the bucket.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
Rivers finds Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 38 points.
Once Jordan gets inside with the Rockets, practically all over. He's that consistent at close range.
4 seconds left. Here's Drexler. And he gets it to go. Drexler's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the 4th? And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
They've got Ainge. Ewing is out there with Jordan. Then there's Doherty, and it's Rivers in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And the 6'8 forward from the Seattle Supersonics, Xavier McDaniel.
Now in year 3, he's got to be excited, making his very first All-Star appearance.
Strong player from Wichita State. Ainge kicks to Jordan. 5 to shoot. Ewing dishes to Jordan. Ewing trying to get open. Offensive rebound. The size and aggression of Patrick Ewing inside.
And with Patrick Ewing leading the way, the New York Knicks finally competitive again. The big man has quickly found a rapport with rookie point guard Mark Jackson. They are a team on the rise. Book that.
Johnson gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Danny Ainge. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are graped up pretty good.
Isaiah Thomas checked in for the East.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
Down the stretch here, the West is leading Clark.
Getting it done, handling their business in fine fashion. And tell you what, it's been a really entertaining game.
You said it. Now, here's Lever. Here's Johnson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Johnson's length makes him hard to deal with inside, which is why he's able to draw fouls.
And that one falls for Johnson. Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Thomas passes to Ewing. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 6 assists now in the game.
The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belonged, right in the all-star game.
Down the stretch here, the East Clark out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
Woo, it sure has been. McDaniel, the pass to Olajuwon. Here's McDaniel. Lever outside. Shoots over Ainge. Lever, no good. The East All-Stars on offense. The drive by Jordan. And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game. Set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin. And it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's going to be Johnson shooting. It's going to be on Michael Jordan. Aguirre's checked in for McDaniel. That's good from Johnson.
Well, pretty much the perfect point guard, if there is such a thing. Magic has incredible passing skills, great size, unbelievable vision, plus leadership qualities that make him CEO-like. And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. The pass to Malone. Ewing gets the rebound. Ewing's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Jordan gets it to go. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over Clark is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is. Lever passes to Malone. That's in there. Lever with the assist.
And making his All-Star debut in his third year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
And the East All-Stars called time here. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Bird, he's checked in for Doherty. And it's Wilkins in for Danny Ainge. And West also making a switch. English, he's checked in for Aguirre. Jordan inside. Defended by Lever. Jordan inside. He's against Lever.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Passes to English. Plenty of space. Wilkins gets the rebound.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Bird kicks to Ewing. Tremendous pass from Bird. He can do it all.
Boy, this team relies on and leans into Ewing to deliver in big moments. Not letting them down there. No sirree. Getting it done.
Here's Malone. That shot misses. Nice D from Bird. Jordan finds Bird. No good on the 3.
And got to be honest here. I mean, he should have made that.
Here's Lever. Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow.
And Fat Lever snubbed a year ago. Now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles. One of the original stat sheet stuffers. Averaging 9 rebounds a game as well. Best by a mile for NBA guards.
Jordan outside. To the middle. Here's Ewing. And it's good, assisting on the play with Jordan. Ewing's got 12 points in just the second half. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. It's a 5-point game. Malone kicks to Johnson. 51 seconds left in the game. And the shot goes in.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now. 2nd in All-Star votes this year. And he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event.
Now a timeout called by the East. They're up by 3. 50 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Jordan against Lever. It counts! And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60s. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right,
it's Bill Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
Here's Lever. Count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And no fear. Attacks the bigger defender right at the rim.
Here's Jordan. It's good.
Nobody more clutch than Jordan. Game is on the line. He comes up large for this team.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're down by 5. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
Can't afford to waste time. If they can get a score quick enough, they can get back on defense and try to get a stop instead of having the foul.
Moses Malone. He's checked in for you.
Olajuwon doing what he does, going to work in the paint area, playing to his strengths, and getting it up and down.
Thomas kicks to Jordan. Shot and game clock separated by 5. This is the Bird. Over Malone. The offensive rebound. Out to Bird. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Hey, that's the right move. You can't allow them to milk the clock here.
And 3 from Jordan. The shot misses.
I think they'll be looking to tie it up with a big three-pointer here.
And the Eastern All-Stars deliver. The favorites coming in, but they did not disappoint.
Yeah, you looked at that team on paper, and you saw they were the stronger team and should have been favored. But you still got to go out and prove it, and they did exactly that.
And so much scoring in that lineup for the East. My goodness, look at those names. That's always going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous crowd, cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. No wonder they found that extra gear they needed when it was time to get it done.
That's a good point. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.